Yo, what is up? It's that time, it's that hour, it's Righteous with another video. And this video is going to be about, are MJ's stats being overlooked? Are his accomplishments being overlooked? I truly do think so, and I have some stats for you, so stay here. It could debate any GOAT. It could be a debate for anybody, whether it's LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, you name it, all the GOAT, Shaq, anybody you want to name. These stats can go against anybody. So, a lot of people never really realize how much work Jordan put in. So I'm gonna play some stats for you, and you can see what you like from it. Okay, so in a 12-year span, okay, out of a 12-year span, half those years he won a chip and a Finals MVP to go with it. I don't know if there was an MVP there for each year, but he got a Finals MVP for each year that he won a chip. So that's half the years, right? Now, a lot of people know that stat, right? But here's a stat that I feel like go over people's heads. Okay, so MJ played 82 games for 9 of his 12 years that he was consistent, or 14 years that he was, playing or whatever. But for the most part, he played 82 games for 9 years, 9 seasons. Even in his last season, he played 82. But 4 of those chips out of the 6 that he got were won with him playing 82 games. Now, that is rare, man. That is some rare stuff. Okay, so he won a chip in 91 and 92, okay? Consecutive. Okay. 91, he plays 82 games. The next year, he comes back and plays 80. Now, in 89, he played 82. So, like the year before he won his chip, the one he got beat up by Detroit, he played 82, and then he came back, got a chip, and played 82. Okay. 93, he wins a chip. He plays 78 games, so he didn't do his 82 games there. But 96, 82 games. 97, 82 games. So that's 4 chips right there. And those were consecutive. 96 to 97 and then 97 to 98 were consecutive. Both 82 games, both years with chips. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit how my mind works. For example, people brought up LeBron James. This is what's relevant, okay? I like the Kobe debate too. Don't get it twisted. Originally I'm a D Wade fan. That's my guy. He's my favorite shooting guard of all time. But Kobe is up there, and I feel like he deserves a lot of shine. He's a sick ass shooting guard, really good. Can handle the ball, all that. But let's go back to LeBron, okay? So I don't care that he lost in the finals. There's people that be like, "Oh, he lost." Chill. Let's chill out with that, because people lose. Kareem lost. Kareem lost in the finals. Many have lost. It's not abnormal. Tom Brady has lost. It happens in every sport. I'm not going off of that. That's not how I work. It's the two-peats, the three-peats. That is what makes him a champion. Okay, so LeBron, granted, he went and got 2 titles in Miami. I'm also a Heat fan, so I wanted him to stay. When he left, I was like, why'd you leave? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have left. But then he went and got a chip in Cleveland, so I totally respect that. I was like, man, I had to sit back and awe, like, jeez, he's good. He is a dope player. Don't get. Psst. I don't know how people could even say that he's not good. You know, he blocks shots, he shoots, all that stuff. Amazing player, really good. Prime time, takes care of his body, takes care of his body, and all that. So, but to me, I wanted the three-peat really bad. If he would have just did three-peat once, just one time, I could have seen that hunger. You know, and it's hard. It's really hard. You know, for Jordan to do it twice, amazing. And not with this kind of teams that we see today. Now, so like, look, West Coast teams, they weren't as built up as they are now. I think the playing field is a little more even in today's game when it comes to 2022. Yes. But when LeBron was going in, he was kind of flying by a little bit in the East Coast. That wasn't the case for Jordan. Okay. So that's my thing is like he went through hell and high water. Another thing, people overlook Clyde Drexler, a very good player. A very good player. Top 5 MVP candidate or top 10 when he was in his prime. Very good player, franchise player, took care of himself, solid dude, and also he was serious. He still to this day, you ask him about Jordan, you ask him like, hey, you know, can you take Jordan on one-on-one? He's like, he took more shots than me. That's MJ. He did whatever he had to do to win, but Drexler was like, yo, I could beat this dude. So going back to my point, if LeBron would have gotten another 2P, because you know the 4, he has 4. He had that Laker win, which I don't like the argument of people saying it's a cheap championship. It's a championship. You call it what you want. It's a championship. But I would have preferred for him to win a second one right after that. Some of it is not his fault. Some of it is because he has Anthony Davis, a fragile player, a guy that he knows if he takes a bump, he's going to have problems. But if he would have had that 2-peat, he would have been right there. Now you got Steph Curry marching up. Okay? So, whatever. I don't want to give the Steph Curry GOAT argument just yet, but it's out there and it's coming. If that man keeps going, same thing. If I want to touch more on the Steph Curry thing, let me just say this. In a one-on-one, I like a couple of guys to go up against him that would give him some trouble. I like a prime D Rose. I like a prime D Wade. I like a prime Isaiah Thomas. And I'm not talking about number 4. I'm talking about number 11. The guy that has 2 championships. He was a rough, tough point guard that put hands on you. So that different era, but still very good point guard. I think he could stay in front of Steph Curry, but I don't know if he could beat him. Either way, one-on-one, there's a lot of guys that would be in front of him, stay in front of him, and will give him trouble. And I do want to point out that we are definitely in a different league now. So if we want to go back to saying that LeBron is the GOAT or Jordan is the GOAT or whatever, I like that argument when they say it comes down to generation, because that's a more valid point. It's easier because you got a lot of young folks that they don't understand how difficult it was in the 90s. They just don't get it. These guys were brawling. They were going home scarred, literally scarred, bleeding, fighting. uh, elbows, all kinds of stuff, headaches. I'm imagining. Then also, the technology was worse. It wasn't better. It was worse. And then to top it off, the rules were much different. I know that a lot of young dudes is not gonna watch this whole video. I get it. If you stayed, then much respect to you. I know it's because you love the game or you like how I'm presenting it. But at the same time, this is what it is, And coming from that old head perspective, as they say sometimes, I really feel like that whole 3 in the key thing, it needs to be studied because it went away right after LeBron got into the league. I don't know if LeBron played with it at all. He might have played with it maybe for a year or two, and then it was gone. Some people have a say to say, oh, it's even harder now because there's 3 in the key. I don't think so. And somebody's sitting in the paint, 300 pounds, 7'2", 7'3". They bring in guys from, you can't even pronounce the country, or it's Africa, or it's this place, Russia. They bring in every single center to sit under the rim. Just sit under the rim and go like this. Because they needed to stop MJ. The thing was, at times, that MJ, sometimes he couldn't make his shot. So he could keep trying to get closer and closer to the rim. Whether it's a layup, a dunk, or he was just trying to finesse his way to the rim, to the bucket. That was his way. And this man, you see pictures of him with somebody putting his hand, somebody's hand in his face while he's doing a layup, and he still makes it. That's how possessed he was. He was just, I gotta win. But it's not about the whole mama mentality thing at all. It's the skill level, man. And then when it comes down to it, the whole 3 in the key thing, he figured it out. It wasn't easy. But imagine you going into the paint. You already passed your player. You already crossed them up, did what you had to do. You made your move. And it's possible that a center and a power forward is sitting in the paint with their man posted up, leaning, waiting for you to miss. That was the NBA back then. It was lots of contact. As soon as you went into the paint, people disappeared. That's why with MJ being 6'6", it worked. You can't just run into the paint like Ja Morant is not even 6'6". What is it? Let's check it out real quick. I know he's like 6'2", 6'4" at the max. Ja Morant. Let's see. 6'3". If he goes into the paint in the 90s, you will not see him anymore. Like he will go into the paint because of his frame. You won't see him like that. Now he has bunnies, so he can jump and stuff like that. In an open court, or if it's just a one-on-one or one-on-two, maybe he can get in there and, you know what I'm saying, he can do something. But if it's a power forward and a center with their man in there, he's forced to do a layup because the contact right away. If not, he's gonna have to get inside and he's gonna get swallowed in there. He's gonna get bumped. Somebody's gonna push him out. So, that being said, we have to look at that. The 3 in the key thing is a very different thing. Very different. Now, with the game now today, you can have one guy like Klay Thompson on the right side of the court. You got a dribbler like Devin Booker, Steph Curry, so many players. Damian Lillard. All you gotta do is have a spot up right there on the other side. Boom. Now it's a 3-point game. They can't always double Curry because he's a sick passer. Same thing with LeBron. LeBron got the ball in his hand. He's just waiting for that shooter to get open. And he plays a little bit of old school ball too, where he's screening, cutting, dunking, playing defensive mindedly and I love that about him. He always played like a corner or a safety or something like that. I love that about LeBron. Love that. His defense is awesome. But when it comes to the offense, there is where there's an issue. And don't get me wrong, you put LeBron in the 90s, he's gonna make his way through. And I actually feel like he would have been, I wouldn't say better, he would just have shown a lot more crazy stuff. And there's no knock against him here. I just want to say that there's some things that are being overlooked with MJ. You know, so many things, like when it comes to stats and stuff, 50% from the field, you know, stuff like that. Like, the game's on the line, who's gonna win the game for you, you know, stuff like that. But that doesn't take away from LeBron, doesn't take away from any other player. If you like Tim Duncan, you think Tim Duncan's the GOAT for you, cool. You think Dirk Nowitzki's the GOAT for you, cool. You think Kobe's the GOAT for you, awesome. I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna pay attention, because the game is not viewed the same way by everybody, you know. We don't all grow up seeing the same stuff. Now, if you go to somebody that doesn't have a championship, now I'm like, you know. But I love Allen Iverson, though. I love him. And for the record, before this video ends, I will say this. I really feel like he has a unofficial chip, in a sense. He has like a championship within his peers, and this will not be mentioned. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not mentioned. Because the NBA still has issues with this. It's an ongoing thing. Whether it's out there or it's not, it's something that they're trying to fix. I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure it still happens every now and then. The fact that Allen Iverson was scrutinized by everyone, and even the referees, bro. The referees were against Allen Iverson. Tim Donaghy said it. Literally went after him. Now think about this. He went all the way to the finals with the referees going against him. He won one game. To me, that is a lot, dude. That is a lot. We're talking about two top 10 players on the opposite team. Mind you, the Lakers organization is like the Yankees. They have unlimited amount of money. Allen Iverson's got who? Raja Bell, Eric Snow, Dikembe Mutombo, who's never been known as a scorer, and I don't know, some other cats out there that, you know, we don't remember. I mean, was it Theo Ratliff or something like that? Power forward that was strong, brute, but couldn't score like that. The fact that Allen Iverson brought his team to the finals with that, that guy, he's worth to mention. If you're gonna say a GOAT that doesn't have a chip, he's definitely worth the mention. So I'm capping out at 20 minutes, so I'm gonna try to bring a little bit more basketball. You know, obviously there's no sports going on. I do have my opinions on some of the things that's going on, but I want to bring more NBA talk to the channel, and let's see. I'm also gonna be watching some football because I have Amazon Prime, so I want to see what they present up there. I'm not a big football guy, but I don't mind watching sports. I love sports. So guys, take care, be well, and I hope you like this video. Peace out.
¿Qué lo que, mi gente? What is good, my peoples? It's the one and only, your boy, Cha-Cha Charlie. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button for more sports and entertainment videos just like this. And it's going to be one big party, and we will be celebrating and dancing all night long. It's Cha-Cha time.